Inspire podcast. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and this is episode 600. If you're joining me live, please say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear what you're working on this morning. We are live in my tropical backyard in Southwest Florida. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Julie. Hi, Carrie. Good morning. Hi, Jill and Judy. Good morning. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Joe. Hi, Judy. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Lily. Hi, Karen and Grace. Good morning. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Lisa and Monica. Good morning, everybody. Happy Hump Day or Happy Wednesday, however you like to describe it. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Irene. Thank you, Irene. Congratulations to all of you, too. Can you believe we made it to 600 episodes? Hi, Cindy. This is amazing. Just amazing. What, I don't know. It's kind of overwhelming to me. Hi, Constance. It's consistently for so long, right? And that's thanks to all of you, too. Hi, Joyce. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Cindy. That sounds beautiful, Jill. Hi, G. Good morning. Thank you, Naomi. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jane. Good morning. Yes, congratulations to all of us for episode 600. I would not be here if it wasn't for you, so it is definitely. Hi, Dixie. Good morning. Okay, you've watched from day one. That's amazing. Well, congratulations to you too as well then for sticking with something so long. Thank you, Jill. So you might be wondering what I'm doing. I've been working on my Thalia second version of the dress, making a shorter tunic length version and adding sleeves to it. And as I've been approaching the end of my second ball of Be So Fine bling yarn, when you're working from the center, the cakes, you know, cave in on themselves. And so when that happens, I like to wind into a ball from there, and then it just works a lot better for to move quickly at that point. So I have finished the video tutorials for the Thalia dress, and in the process worked on a second version of the dress. So it will be a three-part video series, and it will premiere later today. The first video will premiere in, let's see, in about 3 hours, and then I'll premiere them every half hour thereafter. And if you don't want to watch the premieres, that's fine. You can watch them. They'll be recorded after that, a recording after that. And I've also made a playlist for all three of the Thalia crochet dress videos. And if you go to the pattern page on my website, all the playlist itself is embedded in there. So anytime you want to watch the videos, just go back to the pattern page where you downloaded the pattern, and the videos will be there as well, or here on YouTube. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Hi, Thea. Hi, Petra. So there'll be 3 videos. The first one is all about making the back piece. The second video is all about making the front piece. And the third video is about making the sleeves. The first and third videos are rather short and simple. The front has a little more to it, so that video is a little bit longer, but I hope that it's more interesting to have the videos condensed and separated out like that, because I know some people are really annoyed trying to fast forward to find the spots that they're looking for in a longer video. So separating it out into the different sections has been suggested many times, so I hope that that will be way more enjoyable, and if it's more enjoyable, it's more relaxing for learning, so hopefully. So I see a lot of people are still joining, so I want to say good morning and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Happy 600th episode today. Congratulations to all of us. It's a major accomplishment to do anything 600 times, not just for me, but for all of you as well. I know a lot of you have been here since the first episode or since one of the first episodes. Many of you have been here from somewhere in the first 100, let's say. So doing the math, we've been doing this about 2.5 years. We've been doing it roughly 5 times a week. We started 6 days a week way back when, and we even started under a different name back then. But the show has evolved, and guess what? We're human beings. We've all evolved too. Sharon's a newbie. Wonderful. So glad to have you. I know every day we get new people, and love seeing how the podcast community has grown. It's been a wonderful journey. We've shared our lives together. We've shared the thread, no pun intended, or maybe, we've shared the thread of community and crafting and creativity through the ups and downs in all of our lives. And I've shared as much as I could and tried to be transparent about what goes on in my life. And I hope that the overall message has been you keep going and you keep putting a positive spin on anything you can, and keep trying to control what you can, which is only yourself, and keep creating. Creating is such an amazing coping mechanism. It's such a wonderful expression of love, and I hope that I've shared that with you. I hope you've enjoyed being here with us. I'm saying this like a goodbye. It's not a goodbye. I got to tell you, I'm excited for episode 1000, to be honest with you. Ever since episode 100, I've been looking forward to episode 1000. I know, but that's the way I think. I think big, so I can't help it. I'll never forget the time that I started when I learned how to run. And my first goal was just to run to the end of the street because I'd never run before, and I got to that was really hard. And then once I started running consistently up and down the street, I said, I need to run a race. So I thought, a friend of mine was a runner, and she goes, well, I've run half marathons before. Why don't we do that? I said, sure. So we bought a book, gave you steps on how much to train, and said you could train for a half marathon in, I think it was 6 weeks. I was like, all right, I never ran before, but that sounds great. So we followed all the steps, and we ran a half marathon in 6 weeks. And as soon as I crossed that finish line and got my medal, I was like, I wish they didn't put half in the title. And I remember saying that to Marlon right when I crossed the finish line. This is about 10 years ago. And he says, what do you mean, Mom? I said, it's only 6 more weeks to train for a full marathon. I got to do the whole thing. Like, I didn't even celebrate the half marathon. First things out of my mouth when I cross the finish line is, I have to keep going and finish this. So it is no surprise that when we did the 100th episode, I immediately said to myself, 1,000 sounds pretty good. So anyway, does anybody remember the 100th episode? On the 100th episode, I had car trouble and did I end up having to do the podcast from the gas station parking lot, or was I worried that I almost had to? Does anybody remember? I know that my car stalled out, my battery died in the gas station parking lot. Does anybody remember what happened that day? Almost. Okay, thanks, Judy. So I was considering going live in the parking lot. Apparently I'm still oh yes, because then I got to the beach and my car still had troubles, but that was after the podcast. Yes. And what I realized that day, the lesson in that for me, is that the celebration of any of these milestones is just about being together. Like, I felt a lot of pressure that day. Oh, am I supposed to do something special, something different, stand on my head? And what having car trouble that day and almost missing the whole thing reminded me is that the celebration is that we're all together, and that it's normal, and it's just human beings living normal lives, and adding creativity and crafting to it. So from that day forward, I haven't really done any big hoopla stuff on any of the milestones, because I don't know, I just feel like that's not that's not as special as just appreciating everybody and saying this is awesome this is awesome that we've all stuck with something. Isn't consistency and sticking with something supposed to be special? Yes. So that's what we're celebrating. We're not going to celebrate with silly balloons or standing on my head or anything. I want to celebrate you and just say that I'm really grateful that all of you are here, because if you didn't show up every day, I wouldn't have a podcast. So it's only because of all of you that we're here. And I think it's important sometimes to celebrate normalcy and celebrate regular consistency, not make big ordeals about things that are not that big a deal. I mean, it is and it's not. I think there's something really fake about making a hoopla about something that's the opposite of what we're trying to celebrate. We're celebrating being normal and being kind and being creative. Well, let's just do that. You know what I mean? Anyway, maybe I'll change my mind for 1,000, but we got a couple years to worry about that still. Thank you. Oh, look at all these people remembering the episode 100. Gosh, you guys are going to make me cry. That's amazing that all of you remember the story. We've had some crazy highlights too. Does anybody remember the day that the dolphin attacked a fish at the shore? Do you remember that episode? That was amazing. We've had some guests on the show, not very many, but we've had a couple. We've had some people pop in during, walk by and do stuff like that. What else? We've had lots of kitty moments. Anytime we've gone from my backyard. Yes, we learn from each other, Lottie. Hi, Sunshine. Thank you. Happy 600 to you as well. That's okay, Fiber Floozy. It's okay if you don't remember some of these memories. That's okay. Oh, and how about some of the times that I've screamed thinking that there's snakes attacking me and there weren't? And maybe remember the time that there was an alligator sighting at the beach and I was scared? Oh, Lily, now that's an idea. Maybe by the time 1,000 comes around, it'll be retreat time. Okay, that's a wonderful goal. That is a great idea and a wonderful goal, yes. And an alligator yeah, we've seen a few alligators. Did we see alligators when I used to have to do that parking lot? Yeah, so we've done the podcast from parking lots, from the car, from my backyard, from the beach. Where else have we done the podcast? Oh, my office. Done it in my office too. Sandshell's been here since the beginning too. Wonderful. And the coffee shops. Yes, we've done that. Again, I think what's special about that is that, just the show goes on, right? No matter what goes on in life, we still get together. And that took a while for me to take the pressure off of myself, where I wanted everything to be perfect at first, and then life gets in the way. And so it was really wonderful that as I evolved and adjusted to the fact that I had to let go of my preconceived notions of the podcast because my life got in the way, I got to share with you my example of, hey, look it, this isn't perfect and we're still going to do it anyway. So I was really glad that I had those opportunities to share those experiences and grow from them too. Yes, tennis matches. Yes, nobody's perfect. Exactly, Judy. So I'm perfectly fine laughing at myself, and I'm perfectly fine using myself as an example that life isn't perfect, I'm not perfect, and we go on anyway. And I hope that's helped anybody who's felt immense pressure behind closed doors on themselves. I hope that by sharing my silliness and my embarrassing moments and my triumphs and failures and all of it, I hope that that's helped other people feel better about themselves too. Because it's not easy sharing that stuff, but I do it because I want other people to feel better about themselves too. I try to be real, Grace, exactly. I think there's so much phony out there that even though it's scary to share real stuff, good. I'm glad, Naomi. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's been hard for me because I have always tried to have a perfect veneer and tried to only be fakey perfect to people until I started the podcast, which was really easy to do because I didn't spend much time with people anyway. So I've actually evolved quite a bit because of the podcast too. So thank you. You guys have helped me be a better person as well. Oh yeah, there was a cute guy at the coffee shop. There was a couple of those. Never got the courage up to talk to anybody though. I'm such a chicken when it comes to talking to men. One day. One day I'll be bold in that department. Not today, but perfect isn't possible. That's why we accessorize. That's a cute quote, Sandshell. I love that. That's great. I love that one. Oh, I was going to mention what I'm wearing today for you guys. I got one of those Amazon dresses in a new color, and I hemmed and hawed about it because I wasn't sure if I'd look, if it would show too many bumps and rolls and things like that. So I bought the longer bodycon dress. That's that really soft t-shirt material. I bought it in like a medium blue, and I wouldn't wear it all by itself, but over the vest, I think it looks absolutely adorable. Back up so you can see more of it. And so you can get that, I think it's like $17, and it goes from extra large to 3XL, and I bought it in a size 1XL, I think. It's either large or 1X. I can't remember. I think I bought it in 1XL because I like the fact that it's body conscious, but I don't want it to be skin tight either. So wearing it a little loose but body conscious, I think is extremely figure flattering and comfortable. And then I'm wearing over it the Summer Lovin' vest, which is a crochet pattern on my website. There's a link in the video description for that as well. And it's made in Be So Fine yarn in colorway Celestial Blue Mist. You could also make this in Be So Lush yarn or Be So Fine Bling yarn, both #1 fingering weight yarns as well. How many sizes should someone go up with the dress? I went up one size. I would normally buy a dress in a size large, a stretchy t-shirt fabric dress I would normally buy in a large. So I bumped it up to an XL. You could wear it in a true to size as well. I'm not comfortable in my skin right now, so going up a size made me feel more comfortable, but I've worn it in a large before too. And I'm also wearing the chandelier earrings, and these I have made in the past in Be So Fine Bling yarn. Be So Fine yarn, but I made these in Be So Fine Bling yarn. You can see that silver shimmer in there. So I wanted to point out those things for anybody who was curious about my outfit. This pattern does not have a video tutorial, but it is at the top of my list for making tutorial videos. I have several garments that need tutorials right now, lots of requests for them, and all I can say is I'm working as hard as I can behind the scenes, I promise. The 3-part video series for the Thalia crochet dress will be out later today, and soon I will have a second version of it as a tunic with sleeves. The videos are done, but the second garment is not. But the videos will be very helpful for anybody wanting to make that pattern. And then I have all of the new garment patterns are on that list, so I plan on making video tutorials for the Paloma crochet pullover, the Trixie crochet pullover, the Willow knit vest. What else? What came after Willow? The Mandy knit pullover, and then the Summer Lovin' crochet vest, and also the I think Birch crochet vest also needs a tutorial. Oh, and the Jewel of the Shrug cardigan needs a video tutorial too. So That's a really long list. Lots of videos coming. Thank you, Holly, or Holy. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Yes, the Thalia video series is coming today. They're uploading right now on my computer. I think the first one is scheduled to premiere at noon today. So if you're a different time than me, it's 9:20 here right now. The first one premieres in 2.5 hours. And then the part 2 and part 3 will each premiere 30 minutes after that. So it'll be noon, 12:30, and 1 o'clock. And they are also combined into a playlist for the Thalia crochet dress. And I'm working on new playlists. For organizing by type of project and type of yarn used. I think those will be really easy things to navigate through on my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I made a new playlist called Crochet Dresses for this video, but then I will organize anything that's been a crochet dress in the past and add other dresses to it. So I'm going to organize and make new playlists for type of project, meaning, you know, hat, scarf, cowl, sweater, pullover, cardigan, whatever, and then another playlist by yarn, because I think that when it might be, I know I do that for patterns on my website, but I thought it might be really helpful to be able to browse videos. Like, let's say you have some Be So Fine yarn and you're like, I don't know what to make with it. And you've gone through browsing patterns on my website, or maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to browse videos instead. Then there's a place where you can browse patterns by video, by yarn. I think I added too many words to that, but I think you know what I mean. I'll wait a second and see if everybody understands what I just said. That would be great to have that extra layer to sort of the... Okay, yeah, I didn't... Okay, Jill understood. And then I'll maybe make a video on how to browse through all that too. I still need to figure out how to make videos of my computer screen so I can show you how to navigate things. I think I learned how to do it, but it's funny. I no sooner learn how to do something, go on to something else, and then I forget what I did. So I need to make more notes. Yes, Holy, I do know something about that. Does she pronounce it with the H, or does she pronounce it Thalia? I have a feeling I pronounced the name wrong. I chose it by the look of it. Thank you, Nancy. Happy 600th episode to you too. Without everybody here, we wouldn't be here. So I just really want to continue to praise all of you for being here for as long as you've been here, whether you've been here since episode 1 or episode 599. It doesn't matter. Just being here and sharing your time with me is what makes this so special. Well, it's funny you say that, Judy, because I've second-guessed myself ever since I just said it with the H the first time, which reminds me that I regret, well, not that I regret, but when I mentioned that I named the latest knit pattern Mandy, and I said because I named it after the song, well, I got so many messages, DMs, comments, emails, what have you. Got so many people correcting me that it was Mandy, not Brandy. There's 2 songs, and I mixed the name with the song. So I really wanted to rename the knit pattern Brandy, because that's the song that inspired me to name it. But I'd already said Mandy so many times on the podcast that if I renamed it and people went looking for the pattern days, months, or years later, they go, hey, wait a minute, that's not what you said. And I didn't want to have to defend myself for eternity for renaming the pattern. So I thought, well, I'm just going to have to stick with Mandy now, and I'll save Brandy for another pattern. Long story. Thank you, Lydia. Hi, David. Good morning. And there's a lion here. Hi, lion. I do not have a link for the 3 videos that will come out later today because they're still uploading. But if you come back to my channel, maybe I can. Hold on. Let me see if I have, let me see if I can find the playlist. And I'll post it in the chat. Give me 1 second here. Yep, here's a link to the playlist of the Thalia crochet dress. And what you'll find by using this link is that as each of the videos get included in the playlist, they will all be in that one spot. So you could put them on autoplay or do whatever you want, but that link that I just posted is for where you will find all of the videos as they're available. You might not see anything in there right now, but that's because they're uploading and they're not live. But that's where they will be. I hope that's helpful. Thank you, Joe. Me too. I finished I worked on the videos all weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and all day Monday. Or Monday, yeah. And then I edited the videos up until almost 10 o'clock last night, and then got up at 5:30 this morning to finish editing them. I really wanted to premiere them before the podcast this morning, but didn't work out. Hi, Sonia. Good morning. Hi, Melanie. Yes, Thea, Mandy is a fine name, and now I have the name Brandy to save for something else. I have an idea in my head. Do you remember the Delta crochet flower stitch that we've done in a hat and a cowl? It looks like a 6-petal flower. And we did it as a band on the Astral vest from Layers Crochet. Layers Crochet, maybe? I think so. Well, I really want to do that Delta flower stitch or some variation of it on a pattern like the Paloma pullover, a cross between the Paloma crochet pullover and the Mandy knit top. What I want to do is create those Delta flowers for the sleeves and for the top of the yoke, but then switch to a solid stitch for the rest of it in crochet. Doesn't that sound beautiful? So the combination of Mandy has the sleeve in lace and the top of the yoke in lace and the rest in solid knitting. And then the construction of Paloma, where it's a T shape with minimal shaping, which would be great too. Make it a nice, easy pattern. I think combining those two elements with that Delta flower stitch along here, and then maybe single crochet, double crochet, or half double crochet, or something simple for the body. Doesn't that sound pretty and easy? Well, not easy. I know Delta Stitch has a bit of a learning curve to it, but as far as garment construction, it'll be nice and easy. What do you guys think of that? And it could easily be made into a cardigan or a vest or any length sleeve or any length top too, so we could make it as a pullover or open like a cardigan vest. Yeah, I really want to use that Delta stitch for some garments. Yeah, we can name it Brandy then. Although I probably want to think of a name related to stars, but I don't know, we'll see. Hi, Sandra. It's not like we're going to run out of patterns to name, so. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it in Be So Fine or Be So Sporty. Can't decide if I'm going to do it in a number 1 or number 2 weight yarn. Anybody have any thoughts on whether it should be a pullover, a cardigan, number 1 weight yarn, or number 2 weight yarn? I'll listen to some feedback. Oh, I'm so glad, Thea. It is a beautiful color. All right, several cardigan requests so far. Tunic, it'll be top down so you can make it as long as you want, Sunshine, that's right. Melanie says either one, but with a number 2 weight. Judy says number 2 weight. All right, lots of requests for cardigan and sporty. and longer. Yeah, I think naming after songs is a great idea, Thea. That's a, yep, I think that's, oh, maybe something with stars should be named Moon Dance anyways. You'd wear your starry cardigan under the moon and dance. All right, lots of requests for making it a number 2 weight. And I know, David, doesn't it? This is my own little slice of paradise here. I wish I could spend all day outside in my garden. I love it here so much. I spend most of the day working inside, but it is absolutely spectacular to get to enjoy my garden with all the birds singing and all the lush, beautiful flowering plants and non-flowering plants. Yes, I agree. It should probably be a cardigan and a pullover. I agree with that 100%. I also think doing it all over with the Delta stitch would be an amazing beach cover up too, right? Very practical for a garment, but I think doing the whole thing in Delta stitch would be just incredible for a beach cover up. So as I keep talking about these beach cover-ups and making them, I'm going to have to start photographing them, which means I'm going to have to decide if I have the guts to wear a bathing suit in photos. You know, one of my biggest, somebody that I'm really inspired by is Ashley Graham, who is a plus size model, and she wears bikinis all the time, and she's even bigger than I am. So I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that I need to get outside my comfort zone and learn how to feel comfortable in my skin so that I can make other people feel comfortable in their skin. So there, that's on my plate up here in the noggin too. I always say, oh, when I reach a certain weight, I need to get over that because everybody is different sizes and shapes, and I've got to practice what I preach. So I'm in the process of preparing myself for that, that as summer approaches and I start showing people how to make beach cover-ups, I'm going to have to show you that it's okay to wear them with a bathing suit no matter what size you are, because I believe that with other people. So if I believe that with other people, I need to prove it by believing that in myself. So that's on my list. Thanks, Sanshell. I think it'll be good for everybody. I'll lead by example, and yeah, so we got to be able to show off our beautiful beach cover-ups too. Yeah, exactly, Lily. Exactly. Exactly, Sandra. Exactly. The Sand Dollar tote bag is a single pattern on my website. There is a search bar at the front page of my website, you know, like with the little magnifying glass. You can search it by name there. And there are video tutorials for it here on YouTube as well, I believe. Not 100% on that. If somebody wants to correct me, that's totally fine. But I believe there is a video tutorial. There's definitely a pattern for it on my website. It's not in a book. Does anybody have any other questions? Thank you, Holy. Yay! Would I ever convert the number? I don't know what you mean, Linda. Thank you, Dixie. All right, Thea, another reason why I need to set by example. Because if I can get over my fear of it, then so can you. So I have to prove it, to put my money where my mouth is. Is that right? I don't know. Cynthia made 5 sand dollar bags and gave them as gifts. That's awesome. It's such a cute bag. That would make a really cute tank top too. I really want to convert that pattern into a tank top because the way the putting the squares on diagonal, yes, walk the walk. Absolutely, I totally believe in that. The way that putting the square motifs on diagonal would be perfect for the top of a tank top, and then you could add chain ties for the straps. I would love to convert the sand dollar bag into a tank top or a dress. Is one of the strips of Luna Shrug supposed to be backwards? It depends. Whichever way you start your strip determines which way they're joined, and they're worked in rows, so there's no right or wrong side because you're changing row, so they're all reversible. But if you started joining one from the top and you joined it to one on the bottom, then I guess that could be backwards. And it could be a design element as well. If you wanted to start one from the top and one from the bottom, and then alternate, or you would start all of them from the bottom and join up. Um, I'm not I think that's a few different ways to interpret your question. If I did not interpret your question and answer it the way you wanted, I guess you could ask me again. But does that make any sense to you? It's all in how you choose to join it. Barbara, your to-do list is getting long. Good, then I'm doing my job. Yeah, lined crochet bikinis would be fun. The best way to do that is to just buy a bikini and make the crochet to put on top of it. That would be by far the easiest, and I've thought about doing that for years. Just instead of, in fact, maybe that should be a pattern to just show you how to make a crochet overlay for your store-bought bikinis. It'd be way easier than teaching people how to sew a bikini. It's not easy to sew stretchy fabrics. Do you guys like that? Make some crochet overlays for store-bought bathing suits. Be way easier than making bathing suits. And then I could show you without a pattern really just how to follow the shaping. Yeah. So in fact, I have 2 Ashley Graham swimsuits. I love her swimsuit line. And I have 2 of her bikinis, one in black, one in white. The white one might be a great one to cover with a bright color, since the white would be the contrast underlayer. And I'm not crazy about it in white. I love the black one, but the white one I never wear, so this would be a good excuse to wear it. And it's a string bikini, so I can untie the bottoms and lay it flat to show you how to follow the lines to make a piece to wear over it, or to sew onto it. Wow, great ideas today, guys, and how normal and regular like any other day, even though on top of being a regular awesome day, we are also celebrating the fact that we can stick to something, and I said we, not just me, we can stick to something for a long period of time. We've been doing the podcast for 2.5 years and 600 episodes as of today. So congratulations to all of you for sticking to something and staying committed to something. That's special in our world. A lot of things are throwaway, not just paper and whatever, garbage. A lot of people are treated as disposable and throwaway. So we've stayed committed to each other for 600 episodes, and that's a major accomplishment. And I just want to thank all of you because I really think that is very special. I'm so glad to have met all of you. I'm so glad to share our lives every day together and encourage each other to be positive, to be creative, and yeah, so thank you all. And here's to the next 600, and that's it. Well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed my backyard, the things that I showed you, chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Remember, we've got 3 videos premiering in a couple of hours. In about 2.5 hours, we're going to have 3 videos premiering today, and we'll be back for tomorrow's podcast, same time and same place. If you enjoy the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you are enjoying my channel, please consider subscribing, and if you click that bell button next to the subscribe button, you can be notified every time I go live and have a new special video premiering. Also, if you have any friends that might be interested in my channel, would you please consider sharing the videos with them? Awesome. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.